Hey, what's up guys? NullRage here, continuing our look at the Team Ups 2.0 system update. Today we're taking a look at Gamora, the deadliest woman in the universe. Let's go ahead and summon her out here.
My
Or is it
father pissed
Galaxy?
off a lot of people.
Universe,
Me most
Galaxy,
of all.
same thing, right? Alright, so we see right off the bat, she's got a pretty nice little basic attack going on. 2 slashes and then a shot with her pistol. It is a melee attack, and it's pretty cool. She's going to be sort of bouncing between melee and ranged attacks with most of her skills. She is, fighting from all ranges, pretty much. Alright, so opening shot is her first ability here, and it's just going to fire 1 bullet, and it looks like it pierces. Let's see. There she goes. Yes, it will pierce in a very, very close, very short range. It will pierce targets, though. That's pretty cool. And then there's a power-up for that, which is called Mean Green. And that will cause opening shot to increase her melee damage by 10% for 3 seconds. And then finally, we've got Slayer over here, which is the away proc for this chain here. And we'll talk about that in a bit. It looks like it just buffs your own melee damage when you... Do you have to hit with a ranged? I think it's... Yeah. Chance on ranged powers to buff your melee damage. We'll talk about that in a bit. Alright, next we've got Cleave in 2. And that's going to cause her to deal some physical damage. And then there is a upgrade to that called Sharpened Blades, which will cause that attack to bleed. There's Cleave in 2. It's just a big frontal cone, about like this, I'd say. AoE slash, and it does a bleed on all targets affected. That's pretty cool. Well, it does if you have Sharpened Blades. Alright, next we've got Suppressing Fire here, which is going to do physical damage twice per second. Let's have a look. Alright, so just anything in front. Okay, cool. She waves her guns back and forth, sort of like how Star-Lord does. And it just does damage to anything in front of her. It's got a 10-second cooldown, it's got a duration of 2 seconds, does damage twice per second, so anything that gets tagged with it is going to take that damage. It's not just only affecting where the bullets land. Alright. Next we've got Spinning Blades, which is going to do physical damage and has a cooldown of 8 seconds. It's got a increase here, which will cause, anytime you use Spinning Blades, to give her a 8-second buff that increases your attack and move speeds and critical and brutal chance, or her stats. You see the blue glow there, meaning she has been increased by that skill. Spinning Blades comes back up, and boom. Looks like it has almost 100% uptime on that buff. That's pretty cool. Alright, finally her power here, Flashing Blade, is going to do physical damage, 10 hits of physical damage, and has a cooldown of 30 seconds. Let's have a look. Big AoE, hitting anything inside, very flashy animation, like that. Alright, let's have a look at her passive mode. Off you go, Gamora. Alright, her passive mode is going to give ranged power damage rating. So any of your ranged powers are going to hit harder. You're also going to get some brutal strike rating just for having her in passive mode. And then we had, what is this? There's a benefit while away, and there's a benefit while away. Alright, so only 2 of these benefit while aways, and it looks like the first one is anytime you hit with a ranged power, you're going to increase your melee powers by 300. And then you've got Assassin's Instincts, which will, anytime you hit with a ranged power, you will have a chance to proc this 10-second buff to give you attack and move speeds and critical and brutal strike ratings. It looks like you can increase the amount by putting points into the skill itself. It doesn't look like these are dependent on anything else in her tree, which is interesting, because it breaks suit with what a lot of the other team-ups have been doing, she causes you to get buffed instead of having a proc that calls her in to do something. So that's interesting. And there you can see that red buff is probably this one, Slayer, and I'm guessing Assassin's Instincts will give me, yep, there's the blue buff. There's Assassin's Instincts. With both of those combined, you run around glowing with power, and that's pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and set her to assist mode and spec out all of her skills and see what the full combo looks like here. Alright. Come on down, Gamora. Alright, so she'll start off with some flashing blades. Then she'll go into suppressing fire and then start slashing the enemies up in melee. Lots of damage going out in assist mode. Really like that. I hope she's... I'm not 100% sure if she is... No, I don't think so. I think it would be cool if this was like #1 priority. Using spinning blades. She just comes out, uses spinning blades, and then does the rest of her skills. Because that would mean she would get that buff, which would increase her crit and brutal strike chances. But it doesn't look like this is #1 priority for her. If I was going to recommend any changes for this team-up hero, that would be it. Just have this on top of the priority list, so when she comes out, she spin blades, and then goes into any of her other attacks. Alright, that was Gamora. Let me know what you guys thought about this team-up skill preview, Gamora herself, and don't forget to use the annotations to navigate through the rest of this Team Ups 2.0 playlist, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take it easy, have a good one, peace.